Bulls Nation, it's your girl Queen Chill Mode coming at you with episode number 1 of 2018 NBA draft targets for our Chicago Bulls. In this series, I will showcase a few draft prospects that could very well be available for our team at the 7th selection. Our first episode will consist of 7-foot center from the University of Texas, Mohamed Bamba. I'll actually go over a few of his strengths as well as a few of his weaknesses, and then ultimately come back on and discuss why I feel he would make a great fit for the Chicago Bulls. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Take a look at Mohamed Bamba, his strengths, his weaknesses, and how he would fit in as a member of the Chicago Bulls. All right, guys, now that you've got an opportunity to look at some of the strengths and some of the areas of opportunities for Mohamed Bamba to improve upon as he continues on with his NBA career, I'll go over a few reasons why I feel he would make a great fit with the Chicago Bulls. First off, defensively. Of course, as any Bulls fan know, we were one of the worst teams in the league defensively. So adding a player who possesses rim protection, who's an all-around solid defender, is crucial to our success in terms of rebuilding this thing right up into a championship level team. Another reason why I feel like Mohamed Bamba would make a good fit for the Chicago Bulls is that he'll definitely take a lot of pressure off of Larry Marketing. He'll take pressure off of Marketing by being that guy who actually guards the other team's best big man. And secondly, actually third, defensively, I feel like he'll definitely help our overall defense. Because if there was one player that improved defensively from year one of his rookie season to year two, it was Chris Dunn. He improved to where he was one of the top steal leaders in the NBA. And I think pairing him with Mohamed Bamba could very well ultimately end up being a great 1-2 defensive punch. Okay, so especially on pick and roll situations, that would make a great pick and roll combination. And with the speed, the length, and the coordination that he possesses the ability to recover defensively to derail the offensive flow of the other team. So even if he's not blocking shots or anything like that, he's such a good defender that he affects the offensive flow of the other team. And you can never go wrong with having a strong defensive player on your roster. You know, we've seen this before with players like Dennis Rodman, who helped us win some titles. We saw it with Joakim Noah and his effectiveness and how that helped aid us in having a solid defense. And I don't doubt for a second that Mohamed Bamba could be that kind of player on the defensive end. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, how does he fit in with the Chicago Bulls on the offensive end? Well, at this point in his career, he's a guy who's more successful on being the road man in the pick and roll set, to where he can get his shots off lobs, and dives to the basket. He's also a guy who's effective on the offensive boards and gets a lot of putback layups and dunks. And he gets a lot of his points off penetration from the guards who look to dump it down to him for those same layups and dunks. But this is also a young man who possesses a high basketball IQ, a strong work ethic, and willingness to learn and improve in all aspects of his game. A few weeks ago, he released a video showcasing him working on his outside shooting because he's well aware that where the league is headed at this point. A lot of centers in the NBA are not getting a lot of playing time because they lack the ability to shoot from the outside. And he's recognized that fact and has gone ahead before he even got in the NBA and understand that that's an area that he needs to improve upon. So he's out here already working right now. So that's always an encouraging sign when you have somebody who's wanting to learn, but more importantly than that, who wants to get better, who wants to be great. You can never go wrong with adding enough players like that on your roster. And like I said earlier, he has a high basketball IQ, so having enough coaches on the floor, you can't go wrong with that either. So that is why I feel he would make a great fit for our team. As far as overall, I think his athleticism would help us as well too. Can you imagine, with the way he rebounds the basketball, getting out on the fast break, pushing it ahead to Dunn, and having the option of, running the fast break with Levine and Market and heck, even Mo Bamba, who's a great rim runner, as your options to dish it out to if you're Chris Dunn. So he definitely would help us in so many different ways, not just on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, getting out in transition, and just being a player that could be a good locker room guy because he's someone that, wants to be great. He has a high basketball IQ. He's wanting to be coached, and he's willing to do what he's got to do to become a better player than what he is. So that in itself was so many of the reasons why I think Mohamed Bamba would make a great fit, should he still be available for us to draft at that 7th spot. Now, this will actually conclude my first episode of the Draft Target series. Our next episode will focus on Michael Porter Jr., who, as a Bulls fan, I know a lot of us are already hoping that he falls to us, or at the very least, if we could trade up to get him. He's probably, if I were to take a poll, he would probably be a guy that a lot of us Bulls fans would probably vote as the guy that they want the Bulls to draft. And I understand that. So I'll focus next year's next episode on Michael Porter Jr. We'll discuss his strengths, his weaknesses, and how he'll be able to fit in with our Chicago Bulls. This has been your girl Queen Chill Mode. If you like what you saw, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you have a comment, I actually have a question for you guys. If there are some things that you feel Mohamed Bamba, how his game fits with the Chicago Bulls that I didn't touch on, or even some things I did and you want to expand upon, feel free to leave a comment down below regarding that. If you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I do post videos. Again, this has been your girl Queen Chill Mode. I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your day to check out my channel. God bless you all, and have a great day.